Hello and welcome to January 2023, the Tarot and Oracle card reading for influencers for January 2023. I've gone and upgraded it aesthetically with a candle and some celestite, is it? Celestite? I can't remember. I probably got that wrong. I don't know if I have. But choose your row, as usual, to find out which row is right for you. I will actually invest at some point in some decent numbers, but for now, choose your number, and when you're ready, let's do this. Okay, here we go for row one. Okay, row one, let's do this. Right, it might be a bit wonky there, sorry. Just had to move the candle aside because it was burning my phone. Okay, so let's have a look. Temperance, Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the overall card is Strength. Goodness me, powerful, powerful month January is for you. So we've got a roomy card there, but let's have a look at the Lenormand card, which is the Tree of Life, the Snake. Oh, some interesting energies. Oh gosh, the Whip, and overall the Dog, the Loyalty card there. And the overall card is From Nothing to Everything, which I will come to in a moment, which is the roomy Alana Fairchild's cards, and these are the Lenormand cards. So, my goodness me, where shall we begin? With Temperance. Card number 14, Temperance is about balance and about caution in general. I mean, some pretty major energies for you in January 2023. So don't rush. Whatever you're doing in January 2023, don't rush into anything. It's about self-control. Everything in moderation there. So take it easy. Yeah, there's a very strong healing element, I think, coming up. Also echoed by the 5 here, because that's very much about health as well. But I'll come to the Lenormand in a moment. So this is about a healing month for you, a balance month for you, bringing more balance, more compromise perhaps in places, but it is about finding the middle ground. It's about finding harmony between your desires and your needs. So finding that middle ground, a cautionary thing there. Sorry, I can't. My mind's gone blank. Then we have the Queen of Wands, and queens are lovely. I love queens. They're about patience and understanding, and the wands as well. It's about, Queen of Wands tends to be about rural success. She's a beautiful card. I think she represents the Leo, I think, in the tarot, but she's a magnetic personality, always attractive, very much about fertility and the feminine leader, you know, like a high priestess type of role, or priestess role. Very self-assured. She's got that fiery energy of the one, so of the spirit, excitement, the essence, the impulsiveness. She's a woman that knows where she's going. She's very charismatic. She's very creative, being the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Tower, and we know with the Tower, it's all about rebuilding, a disruption and rebuilding there with the Tower. So we've got our foundations are being shaken to the core. There's a disruption, there's a rebirth, maybe unexpected events, maybe revelations coming up there, or suddenly seeing the truth of something, you know, hence that kind of revelation, or having a shift in fortune, or an unexpected challenge. So I love the Tower card, because the Tower for me is about transformation. It's, you know, the Death card's about transformation, but the Tower card's about shaking things up, moving things that aren't serve you, falling away. And then we have the overall card of Strength, and the Strength is about that willpower and about that inner strength, more than anything else. It's card number 8 of the Major Arcana. I mean, 3 Major Arcana cards there in a spread of 4. Wow. So it is about that mental strength, that control. It's about concentration. It's about having confidence in yourself, looking deep into something and facing it head on, you know, that sense of courage there, being tolerant as well of others. but also taking responsibility for your own actions. So I would say in this bit here, you've got a lot going on. There's a lot of change going on, major change for you, I would have said in January. Major shifts in the way that you're thinking in January. So if it hasn't happened on the external side, it's certainly happening internally, because we've got this finding the middle ground balance. We've got this self-assuredness coming in with it, and everything is shifting as a result of that, leading you to this sense of inner strength, inner willpower, a real sense of I'm ready to face it. I'm ready to face whatever it is. I have the courage and the fortitude and the mental strength to move forward. I love that for you. I absolutely love that. What a fantastic set of tarot cards for row 1. And then we have, again, we've got card 5 with this health aspect here in the Lenormand pack. And it's very much about longevity as well. It's the health of the body, the mind, and the soul. It's this, strong tree with the tree of life there and the rainbow around it. So it's about having its roots down in quite often in ancient civilizations. It's about finding true health in aligning ourselves between what is above and what is below. So it's finding that balance again. We're really talking about finding that balance again and that truth. It's about holistic nature of healing and life itself. So it's all about healing for you, I would say, as we get into January. But here we have a snake, and for me, there's, in the Lenormand pack, they talk about something being, the snake in the Garden of Eden was upsetting that happy relationship. It was, the snake in the grass. Something unexpected. Someone with a problem here. But for me, it can also be about transformation. The snake is also about transformation here. It's meant to be about the Garden of Eden here. So there is something going on that's transforming, but that could even relate to something which is within your ego that is requiring this shift in your health, this middle ground. It could be something there, a way that you're even thinking, that needs to shift and needs to change. And I would say that was with card 11 coming out, there's something to do with self-punishment going on. This can also mean quickening things because it's a whip there, but it can also mean punishing yourself, self-punishment there. So I would look to see, are you running any kind of self-punishment there? Is this something you need to face head on in row 1 in January to shift that? Because as we shift that, we come to the overall card of card 18, which is very much about loyalty and friendship, and which seems to be the overall card. It's the dog is always someone that trusts you and loves you unconditionally. It's a symbol of companionship. It can be someone, a close friend, someone who is trustworthy. But is there someone here that maybe has turned out to be not the person you thought that they were in January here? Hence the tower there. Someone that you thought you could rely on, but actually they're bringing up something in you. As with everything that anyone else ever brings up with you, go and look at yourself first. What is it bringing up in me? What are they reflecting back to me? How am I feeling by their thoughts and their actions? Do I still want them in my energy? Do I still want them in my energy? Or is this about, they are being a trusted companion and they're reflecting something back as an opportunity for me to heal, something about self-punishment going on there. Have a look at that there. So it's going to be a very strong month energetically for you. And then we have this lovely Rumi card of From Nothing to Everything, which I think came up last month for one of the rows. And it's card 16 in the Rumi pack. And it's talking about you being asked to let go in order to receive, to become empty, to be filled. So this may mean letting go of attachment to a lover so you can receive genuine love. It may be of no longer holding on to a fantasy of your dream job, but of being guided into your most soulful and successful vocation. It may mean letting go of wishes for your body or health to be other than it is, so you can simply get on with living each day, taking steps into wellness without thinking beyond one day at a time. I suspect it's more connected to health here. It's more connected, and letting go either of expectations of yourself or how you think it should be, and moving yourself into this place of awareness and acceptance, observing the body. The more we become focused on the body, the more you're going to attract more things to be concerned about with the body. But the more you can shift your focus outside of your health condition, whatever it is, and focus on other things, then the less focus you give any poor health that you have, the less the universe will bring to you as a challenge or as a response to you. Does that make sense? So shift your focus away from either self-punishment or whatever's going on with your health. Shift your focus away from it onto something else. Move your focus onto something else. And that will bring in what you need and that real sense of courage. So you are facing something head on, but shift your expectations about how it should be in your mind or any idealism. Move into acceptance of whatever it is and response rather than reaction, and you will find that inner strength and the support that you need. I hope that helps. And then we're going on to row 2. Right, row 2, here we are. Let's turn over the cards. Oh dear, 5 of Cups. Oh dear, 9 of Swords, I'm sorry. 5 of Wands, oh my goodness. And the lovely Page, thank God. And then let's have a look as the overall card, that one. And then we got the Mountain. It's going to be an interesting month for you, row 2. I'm ever so sorry. It looks a bit interesting, doesn't it? But it's not major energy. These are only influences. It's not major energy like it was in row 1 and overall. And then we have the Rumi card, as again, this came up last month. The all-encompassing mind. So we start with the 5 of Cups, and it's really asking you to switch your focus. 5s are about change, about disruption, about conflict. And when we're talking about cups, we're looking at matters of the emotion, matters of the heart there. There's something that you're focusing on with the 5 of Cups. There, some disappointment, some emotional confusion, some regret. Maybe you're feeling deprived of love in some way, or feel that something has been taken away from you, but you're being asked to shift your focus. It's about accepting what is rather than focusing on what you've lost there. So that's the main message there. So I know they look a bit gloomy, but these are really just, they're minor arcana cards, they're influences, so don't get worried too much by how they look. 9 is actually about progression. 9's about milestones, progression, advancement. And the 9 of Swords, Swords is about the mental side, as most of you know. There could be a situation, again, you're feeling worried about or overburdened by feelings there. So whatever's gone on here for you leading up to January or in January, there's a sense that you're a little bit absorbed in it. It's got that if only energy, about if only this. Is there something you're obsessing about there? And because of that, you're causing this internal conflict. There's another 5 here, the 5 of Wands. This is internal conflict going on. There's something there. It's as if something's going round and round and round in your head here, and you're not letting go of it there, and you kind of need to let it go and shift your focus there, because the Page here is about new pathways, new directions, new ways of thinking in matters of the heart. It's the Page of Cups, beautiful card, is about sensitivity, it's about intimacy, it's about romantic feelings. Maybe there's someone you've lost recently and you need to move forward. It's about trusting your intuition. It's about it can be about a younger person as well around you, but in terms of much more of the abstract feeling, it is, you know, it can also be the beginning of a new love affair. So it may be that there's somebody that you've lost, but actually there's a new beginning somewhere overall for you in terms of your romantic side, or a new love affair coming in as well. So it's about showing your feelings here. It's about, so don't keep this stuff in. Feel it, whatever is happening, feel it fully and shift your focus. And know that there's a new pathway opening up for you in matters of the heart there, okay? So whatever you feel you've lost, you probably got everything to gain there. And that's usually in matters of the heart, because it's cups and cups here, but we've also got that mental torment and that internal, you know, battle of the Five of Wands, that internal stuff going on. And here in the Lenormand pack, we have card 21, which is the mountain. But we've also got a vehicle next to it. Although there's a ship in the air, you know, the ship is sailing above the mountain. It's able to fly above the mountain. It's one of those magic ships. This is about a journey here. So whatever it feels like it's an uphill struggle here, that we have to climb the mountain, and I don't know how I'm going to make it, and I don't know how I'm going to get there. Well, here you are as a magic ship that's going to ride way above the mountains, as you can see in the pictures, and it's going to take you on a new journey, you know, which is this new bit here. We're moving into a new journey, and it's got a sense of longevity with it, with the 5. This is the tree of life, you know, everything. There's a rainbow here. Don't let whatever's gone on in December or early January or whenever it is affect you too much, or affect your health, because as this bridge shows, we're moving from one state to another. The bridge is taking us from one place to another place, which is why we've got this fresh new beginning coming up here in matters of the heart. So however it seems to you, you're actually moving through it, and you're moving into a new place. And we have the all-encompassing hand coming in just to round that off, which is card 20 in the Rumi Oracle pack. And I think this came up in December for one of the rows as well. And it's basically saying there may be a situation or circumstances in your life that you may feel is somehow unable to be solved. So whatever, this is this bit here, you feel it's unable to be solved, and you're wrapped up in this 9 of Swords and 5 of Wands. But this oracle comes with reassurance that there is nothing beyond the reach of the divine hand of grace. All can be solved, all can be resolved, and there is always a higher, better, more beautiful outcome possible. So you have to trust, it's surrendered to it. So it's the all-encompassing hand, the hand that has no limitation upon the blessings it can bestow, upon the troubles it can lift from you, upon the tenderness it can communicate to you through sacred touch. Allow that divine hand to reach for you. Do not turn it away. Do not let old shame, guilt, or mistaken notions of false independence keep you from accepting this heavenly hand. This hand reaches out to gently wipe away tears of the past. So it will definitely unravel the ties that have bound your own hands, preventing you from fully giving and receiving according to your worth, which is incontestable and without limit. So it says the great beloved, the divinity, is reaching out to you. So just allow yourself to open and receive that support. So whatever's gone on, whatever problem you're facing, support is coming in, is the overall message, with much love. Right, row 3. Here we go. The wonderful High Priestess. The Ace of Cups, love that card. I always want to turn the other way. The Hangman, big energy. And the 4 of Cups. Death card. Transition, transformation. The Compass. Gosh, this is such an interesting one. The 6 in the Normand, and 41, the Deep Well. And the Rumi card is, she offers the sacred wine, so drink. So we'll come to that in a moment there. So let's start with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about intuition. She came up in the December, I think December reading there. So she's all about mystery. She's all about intuition. She's all about that hidden knowledge, and she's about higher learning as well. Hidden feelings, things hidden away, hidden motivation, um, some secret. There's a secret that's going to come up there. There's something going on there. We've got the death card down here, which is very much about, death is about transformation, isn't it? Of course, it's transitional transformation. So there's something going on there, I think, to do with you, with higher learning and your hidden, your intuition, you as the healer, the feminine power, that beautiful feminine power to balance the magician out there, trusting in your intuition there with that one. This one's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, my cup overfloweth there. The cup is overflowing with the Ace of Cups. New ideas, new concepts, new emotional, new new romance even. Cups are always about the heart, aren't they? So it is all about love. There's this beautiful love. There's you stepping into your high priestess, and this is about love there with your cup overflowing. So being in touch with your emotions, this sense of intimacy as well. There's intimacy, there's this deep feelings of matters of the heart here. So deep feelings, hidden feelings here and deep feelings here. So there's a lot going on in terms of your feelings so far. But then we have the Hangman coming in, which is number 12 in the Major Arcana. It's about creative thinking. It's about distraction. The Hangman to me is also about a change of perspective there. There's a need for a change of perspective in some way. Sometimes there can be a delay when this card comes out, or it's asking you to think outside of the box. But we're really looking at some sort of transitional transformation again. I think all of this is transformation there, so that we're readjusting, we're having a change in perspective, or a change in consciousness, a change in how we see the world. For me, there's a shift going on in your consciousness in January, a big shift in your consciousness, I think, going on, because you've got 2 Major Arcana cards coming up there. So it is almost about, it's just this big shift going on. But you've got an overall card of the Four of Cups, and the fours are about stability and everything else, but also it's about stagnation. And it's like he's being offered a cup. Again, it's the matters of the heart, but he's looking away from it. So there's some sort of doubt, there's some sort of hesitation, but there's also some kind of introspection going on here. So you've got all this shift going on. You've got this beautiful high priest energy, this transformational energy going on within you, in your heart, and a shifting consciousness, shifting perception, shifting perspectives. I think this change going on within you, but there's some introspection going on with it. This is also introspection as well. So you just got to watch that self-doubt. Just watch that self-doubt coming up. So it's also about keeping stuff close to your chest a little bit as well. You're not giving anything away with it, which is the secretive part over here with the High Priestess. So it might be that you're feeling hurt, or you're feeling apathetic in some way, and you're just retreating a bit, and that's the secretive side. But it's such an interesting energy for January. So let's just move on to this layer here and see if that sheds more light on it. So we've got obviously that transformation, that change going on within you, but you have the compass coming in, which is about finding your true north. The compass it's about the right direction that you're going in, and it's sort of pointing between these 2 cards. As we look up, the true north is between the Ace of Cups and the Hangman there. So we're looking at big shifts going on in your consciousness there, and it's asking you to examine your focus, examine your point of view. It's asking you to look again and change a perspective, change a perception, in some way there for you. I'm sure this is self-doubt, this introspection going on here. Yeah, just pay attention to any signs that you see along the way, and that will guide you with that. And with the 6 here, there is a break in the clouds. I always see that as a break in the clouds. It can also be that there's, you know, darkness there, but for me, there's darkness has been there and the light is beginning to shine in, rather than the light is there and the clouds are moving over it. It really depends on your perspective. Because the clouds moving in means I'm not going to be able to see clearly. But I think because of these cards up here, what they're saying is you're starting to shift in terms of your conscious awareness or about something in particular, and that's going to move those clouds away and let that light come in. There, that's how I read that from everything going on here. So there is definitely a higher evolution going on here, a higher evolution, a higher learning with your spirit going on here, and there's still a little bit of self-doubt left overall that you just need to work through and be contemplative, introspective about. So there's this transformation, you're finding your true north, and you're allowing more light to come in to move those clouds away. And then we have card 41, which is the well, and the well card is really about looking deeper into something, a bit like this introspection. Look deeper into something. You may think that you know all the facts, but actually you have to go deeper. And the thing about the well is that you drop the bucket down into the darkness. So as you drop the bucket down, it gets darker and darker and darker down that well, and you have to trust that there's water at the bottom of that well. So there is a sense of surrendering that bucket, and if it's a deep well, you can't tell what's at the bottom of that well. You have to trust that the bucket will reach that water. So in the same way, and I'm mentioning water because of the cups, in the same way you have to surrender the bucket to whatever's going on deeply, and allow yourself to know that that is going to come up and be seen, and it'll serve you in some way there. It's also, you know, your deep hopes and wishes the well as well. So it can bring, it can bring that sense of be careful what you wish for there. But it is that, what is it that you want? What is it that you really, really want? I'm going to break into the Spice Girls. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So have some introspection. Decide, what is it that you really want to do with your life? What is it that you really want out of this relationship? What is it that you really want out of this job? And let's see. And this card is the Rumi card, which is she offers the sacred wine. So drink. Let's see what it says and see if it ties it all together, because it normally does. Card 32. And it's taken from Alana Fairchild's. And these ones are from the Lenormand. And then, of course, my usual tarot. So she offers the sacred wine, so drink. Are you having fun yet? It says, when you may need to wash your hair and tend to your accounts. That is fine. You may even need to count your fingers and toes, but over and over again, beloved, surely you can find some time in between the endless to-dos of your to-do list to throw a tantrum and come dancing with me instead. Your honour and commitment, discipline and focus are certainly to be rewarded with some uninhibited nonsense, hopefully. Come, put aside that seriousness for a moment or more and allow the wild child in you to take your body and soul for a spin. Together, let's go and paint the town the colour of love. So I think what that's really telling you is lighten up. Lighten up. It's as if something's got too serious and you're stuck in this here, because you're going through this transformation, this shift going on here, perhaps I think in matters of the heart, I think more than anything else, or emotion. It's all been a bit heavy recently, and it's asking you to just lighten up, put it all to one side, go dancing, go out with your friends, do something fun, and chillax, chill for a while, and it'll all work its way out. It always does. And as we say in England, it'll all come out with the wash. So with that in mind, have a good January, my lovely friends, and see you on the other healings, clearings and videos that I do. Lots of love to you all.